Hey, we just here from going back to a new Loud House video, and if you enjoyed this one, go and check it out. And we're back with a new reviewing of my favorite Loud House episodes, and this is another one that I enjoy, and one of the ones that I watched when I was starting to watch the Loud House for the first time. Believe it or not, this is another one that I do remember watching when I started getting into the Loud House, and another really good season 1 episode. And yeah, it starts with the dreamboat. All of the siblings, including Lincoln, watching the dreamboat, and all of the sisters are talking about which guy that they like in the show. And yeah, them saying that it's so much fun hanging out with Lincoln. He has literally become one of the girls, and he is afraid that he is becoming one of them. And yeah, just seeing all these different things that of him hanging out with his sisters, like wearing these mud masks, painting Lucy's fingernails, and of course Lola getting mad at her, and Lucy playing dead, and tying some stuff with Luna, and doing this fashion with Lenny, and yeah, apparently also their dad likes watching the Dreamboat as well. And, of course, he's like, yikes, spending my time with girls turning me into one? And then he's like, yeah, let's change the channel. And he turns it to that hardcore guy that he likes watching. And yeah, he decides, him and Clyde, to go into the wilderness to prove that, yeah, he is not turning into one of his sisters. And Clyde is like, I promised my dads I would stay under sightline. And yeah, of course we see Clyde's dad's at this DMV, or B&B, something, kind of house-like place. And yeah, they find a spot which, yeah, it says extreme danger, no camping. And yeah, Clyde just getting like these camping tents, and he's like, tough guys build their own shelter. And yeah, it's kind of pitiful. And even when it comes to eating, he's like, Swiss patata. And he's like, forget the patata, Clyde. Tough guys eat beans. He's like, were you thinking chili or more of a cassoulet? And yeah, you're just eating these beans. And like, very tasty. I think I'll save mine for later. Yeah, for breakfast or never. And then, yeah, when it comes to doing a campfire, yeah, Clyde just getting this LDE light and crackling sound campfires. And of course he's like, tough guys build real fires. And yeah, they're just trying everything they can to build a fire. And then they're starting to freeze. And then they start belching and farting. And he's like, tough guys, let it all out. And yeah, they're just farting and belching until this bird gets knocked out. And yeah, they're getting the sleeping bags. And of course, they have a mattress, which is like, the ground will be our mattress. And yeah, I know definitely being on the ground would definitely not be comfortable. Which yeah, they do end up on the mattress. Then in the next morning, Lincoln's waking up, and apparently they're in the water. Which apparently how it happened was, the whole extreme danger, no camping sign was there for a reason, because they got swept away by water. And then they're going down a waterfall, and then they see their shelter building a dam when the mattress pops, and Lincoln is like, I'm fine, I landed on a very soft rock. But it's not a rock, it's a moose. And then they ended up in a tree and get launched again, and Clyde is like, I'm fine, I landed on a really soft rock. But not a rock, a beehive. And then Lincoln is like, well, at least it's not raining, and it starts raining. And it's like, is that all you got? And then this mud makes him go down into this cave, which Clyde is saying that this would probably sound lame to a tough guy like you, but I'm hungry, wet, and cold, and he wishes that he was with his dads. And yeah, Lincoln then realizing that this is all his fault, he's not a tough guy, and he goes to lay on this nice soft rock. But it's not a rock, it's a bear. And then he says to play dead, which of course the bear just leaves him alone, which of course he got it from Lucy. And then Clyde is starting to be freezing, and then he remembers what Lenny mentioned. And yeah, they got these cool little things to keep him warm. And then Lisa mentioning of moss, about the whole thing about moss growing on the north side. And then they see this giant, or this hill, or ledge, which they're, of course, they're wondering how they're going to get up there. And saying with Lona and Chunk as well, which, yeah, he's not going to be able to get that piano in the small window. And yeah, they build a rope, which apparently they made with poison ivy. Oh, oof. I can't remember, but I feel like I've had poison ivy before, and it is not fun. Poison ivy is not fun. And yeah, they're using mud to clear the poison ivy because Lori mentions that it clears poison ivy and some other stuff as well. And then they're trying to lift this rock away, push this rock, and then remembering something with Lynn. And yeah, they lift it. And then trying to cross this log that is onto the other side. And then remember something from Lola. And yeah, they're like, okay. And especially Clyde, like, and even Lincoln is like, I don't think you have to do the wave. And yeah, they make it back. And Clyde is like, while he's going to wait for his dad's, he's going to lay on this nice soft rock. And they freak out because, you know, of all the other times. But it just turns out to be a rock. An actual rock. Because I don't blame them. Because the last times, you know, when they thought it was a nice soft rock, first it was a moose, then a beehive, and then a bear. So, yeah, thinking a rock would actually be something else. And then Lincoln going back and watching some Dreamboat with his sisters and his dad, saying that doesn't matter what's girly or what's man type stuff. He would be enjoying what, you know, enjoy what something is hard to explain, but you know what I'm talking about. He doesn't have to care what's manly or what's girly. He could just end up enjoying the stuff with, like, enjoying the Dreamboat with his family. Which is funny how all the family except for Rita watches the Dreamboat. Yeah, I just find that funny here because Rita is not watching with them. Just find that funny. Yeah, definitely a really good one, especially with it being one of the ones that one of the few episodes I watched when I was getting into the Loud House when it was still new back in 2016. Yeah, it's really been that long ago. I'm pretty sure that would be 9 years ago. Yeah, 9 years ago. Because again, it came out the Loud House first premiered the same year that Left Behind Next Generation came out. Or Left Behind Vanished Next Generation, I can remember.